This week's Bleach chapter brought to you by Rukia's Ass. What's going on, people? Mr. Anti-Lock here, back with this week's chapter review, Bleach 573, I Am the Edge. I have to say, this week's cover page was pretty damn sick. For my first bullet point, the look on Yachiru's face. She was in awe at the return of Kenpachi. But I do want to say it was a bittersweet return because of the return of Kenpachi. Unohana met her end, and that was so conveyed in the eyes of Isani. What I thought was that pain in her face was followed by a sort of smile with a sigh of relief. It made me feel like she knew what Unohana's last will was, but this was interrupted by the real Stern Ritter V, the visionary, Grimmy. Grimmy acknowledges Kenpachi right off the back, so I'm thinking to myself that Juha Bach really holds Kenpachi Zaraki to a high regard. And for my next bullet point, Grimmy imagined a stage for Kenpachi and him to fight on. Now, is it just me, or did Kensei and Rose just slide off the side of the building? They literally exited stage left. Grimmy introduces himself as the strongest Stern Ritter, the ability to manipulate imagination into reality, and without hesitation, Kenpachi had to put that ability to the test. But what was crazy, he was able to imagine that his body was as tough as steel. Now, even though that his body was still tough as steel, Kenpachi still cut him. Now, you gotta think about something, man. This is Zaraki Kenpachi, the guy who made Stern Ritter kebabs in the beginning of this arc. My thoughts all about this chapter is, when I first read it, I felt it was short and underwhelming. But to reread it 3 times thoroughly and understand what this chapter was trying to convey and where it was going, I felt it was pretty good. We finally got to get a confirmation, which we all knew it was obvious, that Unohana was dead. So to see that confirmation on Isani's face, to put her soul at ease, was pretty cool. Grimmy had me a little disappointed because I was really hoping that vanishing point ability went back to Juha. That would have been a real good plot point for the story, and you know, it happens. But I guess if Juha has this visionary ability, he could actually just imagine that ability. So it makes you think that does Juha give these abilities based on the Stern Ritters or the people he given the abilities to shortcomings? Or does he just literally like imagine an ability for a letter? That's something to think about. The art was pretty amazing. The scanulators did a good job this week. The chapter was really clear and all of the artwork stood out to me. That cover page again, sick as hell. And that's that, people. Mr. Anti-Lock, wanting to thank you guys for viewing this video. taking the time to check it out.